A sound wakes you in the middle of the night. You don't know what it was. The room is wrong. The air is wrong. Everything your body knows how to read is giving you the same signal at once. Danger. You press yourself against the wall before you're fully conscious. That's not a decision. That's 40,000 years of survival deciding for you. But first, we have to see how you got here. 3 weeks ago, a team of scientists is working a frozen site in northern Norway. Routine field work. They've been here 6 days. Collect samples, log data, repeat. Then one of them chips away at a section of glacier wall and finds something that stops her hand mid-swing. A hand. A human hand. Preserved so completely she can see the lines on the knuckles. They stop everything. More people are called in. The ice is removed millimeter by millimeter over 4 days until the entire body is revealed. You. Completely frozen. No decay, no distortion. Your face has an expression on it, something between surprise and recognition, like a man who saw something coming but couldn't get out of the way in time. The lead scientist stands over you for a long time. He looks alive. No one laughs. In the leather satchel still strapped across your chest, they find a bundle of plant material. Dried roots, preserved leaves, wrapped in what used to be animal skin. Most of the team don't register it. 2 of them do, because they've spent their careers looking for evidence that this plant existed. Ancient cultures described it. Cave paintings showed it being used on wounds. Pre-agricultural oral traditions across 3 continents reference something that healed injuries that should have been fatal. No one had ever found physical proof. Until now. The site is locked down within 36 hours. Security personnel, government vehicles, non-disclosure agreements. Scientists who were there that morning are told, politely but clearly, that they didn't see what they saw. One of the people brought in to manage the situation is a government logistics official named Harlan. He's been in this role for 11 years. He's good at it. He reads the preliminary reports on the plant in a secure room on the second night. Then he sits with them for a long time. He has a number in his head, a number that gets larger the longer he sits there. He makes a phone call that night that he makes from a burner he bought 3 months ago for a different reason. The person he calls picks up on the second ring. He explains what they found. The line is quiet for a moment. Can you move him without the government knowing? Harlan looks at the report on the table in front of him. Yes. 3 weeks later, authorization comes through to transfer you to a more secure research facility. Harlan signs the paperwork without reading it. He already knows what it says because he's the one who arranged for it to say it. The route is 600 miles. No surveillance cameras after the 3rd checkpoint. He knows this because he checked. The night before the convoy leaves, he visits the vehicle bay alone. He finds the latch on the rear container. He doesn't break it, he just works it back and forth until the metal fatigues slightly. Enough to hold on flat road, not enough to hold on the stretch of unpaved service road at mile 340. He checked that too. At 2:14 a.m., the truck hits the first pothole. The latch holds. It hits the second. The door swings open. A man frozen for 40,000 years slides out into the dark. The convoy keeps moving. No one looks back. By 3:50 a.m., enough ice has melted that your lungs remember what they're for. The cold is the first thing you feel, then your chest moving, then the air, which smells like nothing you've ever breathed. No pine, no animal, no smoke, no rain, dead air, sealed air. You sit up before you're fully awake. Waking slowly in your world was how people died. Then you see them. You have no word for what they are. Massive, metal, faster than anything alive has any right to move. You drop flat immediately, heart going, watching. They pass one after another without stopping, without turning, without noticing you. They stay on the black surface. They never leave it. You watch them for 2 hours before you move. You find the house on the third night. Small, isolated, set back from the road. You watch it for 2 days from the tree line. One person, then two. Then both leave together in one of the metal things and don't come back. You wait a full day before you approach. You circle it twice. You find a gap in the back frame near the base. A little pressure, a little patience. It opens. Inside, warmth with no source, no fire, no smoke. Food in quantities that make no sense. You eat. You sleep in the corner with your back against two walls and your eyes on the door. You wake every 2 hours. You watch the road through the window, and you start learning the patterns of this place the way you have always learned terrain, slowly, completely, without urgency. What you don't know is the disc beneath the skin behind your left ear, 4 millimeters wide. Placed there during the examination before transport, logged as a standard recovery implant. The scientists called it routine. Harlan called the cartel and gave them the receiver frequency 3 days before the convoy left. They find the signal on the 4th night you're in the house. 3 vehicles, no headlights, parked on the road half a kilometer out. 6 men move through the field toward you in pairs. You feel them before you hear them, not a sound. A change in the quality of the silence, the way the air shifts when something large and deliberate moves through it. You have felt this before, not here, not in any world that still exists, but the signal is the same. You move to the window, shapes at the field edge, wrong movement, too slow, too spread, too intentional. These ones are hunting. You know hunters. This is the night we started with. The cartel sends one man inside first. His jacket has a camera stitched into the collar. He has orders to observe, not engage. They want answers before they commit. How alert is he? How dangerous? Does he understand what's happening, or is he just reacting? He comes up the stairs. He comes through the doorway. You give him 1 second to see you. Then you move. He spins. Fear hits his face before his training can respond to it. You crash into the table together. He throws a punch. You barely register it. His hand goes to his pocket. Too slow. You take his wrist and you twist, and there's a crack, and whatever was in his pocket hits the floor. The struggle weakens, then it stops. In a vehicle parked on the road outside, the man watching the camera feed from the collar says nothing for a long time. Then the boss, a man named Marcus, leans forward. He didn't hesitate. No one responds. He moved like a hunter. Marcus leans back. Good. 4 days later, water becomes the problem. You can hear it moving somewhere inside the walls. Through invisible paths you can't reach. You've turned the metal handles. Pressed the surfaces, pulled things. Nothing works. Your supply runs out. Your throat goes dry. Then it starts to burn. Then instinct makes the decision your caution was trying to prevent. You break cover just after dawn. You follow the smell of water toward a low building near the road. You move low, slow, through the field, the way you always move when you don't know what's ahead. They're already there. The cartel has had eyes on the house for 6 days. They know the food will run. They know the water will run. They picked 3 possible exit points and put men at each one 2 nights ago. You walk into it before you see it. The first man steps out 12 meters to your right, then 1 on your left, then 2 behind. The circle closes fast. You don't calculate. You charge. The first man goes down. You break through the gap. Then something hits your shoulder. A pressure, and then a burning unlike anything you've ever felt. Another hit in your side. Your legs start doing something wrong. The field tilts. You go down on your knees and your body stops responding to you. They used a weapon that puts the poison into you from a distance. You have no category for this. The last image before the dark takes over is 6 men approaching you slowly, with their weapons still raised, moving as if they're not sure the danger is finished even now. They are right to be careful. You wake in a room with no windows. Food arrives, water arrives, a bed. A woman comes every day with photographs and objects and sounds. She holds something up. She says a word. She waits. You repeat it. She writes something down. She smiles. You are not learning for her. You are learning the way you have always learned territory. Methodically, underneath apparent stillness, storing everything. The sounds become words, the words attach to objects, the objects attach to intentions. And slowly, in the gaps between lessons, you begin to understand what they say to each other when they forget you might be listening. The plant. Always the plant. Where did it grow? How far did you carry it? Was there more? One afternoon, Marcus comes in himself. He sets a photograph on the table in front of you. The plant. Your eyes find it before you can do anything about that. His eyes find your eyes. The room comes alive. People you haven't seen before appear in the doorway. Maps are unrolled. Questions come from 3 directions at once. You stand there and let them, because you've already understood something that none of them have. That night you lie on the bed and look at the ceiling. They are not keeping you fed and warm because they find you interesting. You are the only person on this earth who knows where the plant grows, the only one who walked that ground and knelt beside it and cut it and carried it. That geography doesn't exist on any of their maps. It exists in one place only, behind your eyes, and they know it. You know they know it. You have spent your entire life reading what predators want before they move. The ones in this room are no different from any others you have known. They want what's in your head. As long as it stays only in your head, you are valuable. The moment they have it, you are not. What you don't know is that someone has been pulling threads for months. The lead scientist who found you never accepted the official account. She had read the inspection logs. She had seen the transfer paperwork. She knew which forms had been altered and which phone records didn't line up. It took her 4 months to build something a federal investigator would act on. They come at dawn, not the cartel. Government tactical units. The door to your room opens and the woman is standing there, the one who taught you words. Men in dark clothing behind her. Government markings on their equipment. She speaks quickly. Come. Safe. Outside. Come. You read them the way you read everything. These men move differently from the others. Their eyes sweep the room with order, not hunger. They're not here because they want something from you. You don't have a word for what they are, but something old in you knows the difference. You stand up. You walk toward the door. You're almost through it when a section of the ceiling comes apart. Something from the raid hitting a support structure above. The whole corner of the corridor folding. You run. Not toward anyone. Toward open air. Toward the edge of the building. Toward the outside. You are an unidentified figure running hard through an active target zone. He raises his weapon. You have no word for what it is. You have no way to stop, and no way to explain yourself, and no language that would help you, even if you did. You feel a pressure at the side of your head. Then the world goes away. The crackling of fire brings you back. You open your eyes. Your tribe is sleeping around you.